Hey guys, today is the last day for number 6 boxes, crazy shapes. Okay, so we are going to start off. We're going to do a little bit of crazy shapes all the way around, but we're going to start off with a circle. So what you need to do is find something that you can trace like a circle. If you have a compass, that's great. I have this cap from a old milk jug, so I'm going to use that. So we're going to start in the upper right hand corner, and whatever kind of circle thing you found, go ahead and trace around that. Okay, there's my circle. So we're starting with a circle because we're doing crazy shapes, and even though a circle is not really a crazy shape, it is different than a square or a rectangle that we have been doing. So there's no corners on a circle, right? But there are very far edges. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to go line it up with a vanishing point just like we have been, and I'm going to go to the very, very edge of this circle. Okay? Oop, that's not very dark. So the very, very edge, okay? Not here, that would not be the edge, okay? Not here, that's not the edge. So the very, very edge of the circle. So same thing goes for this side. Line your ruler out with the vanishing point, the very edge of the circle, and then draw your straight line. Now from here, circles are hard only because they don't have straight lines. They don't have straight edges. They have another circle edge. So what you're going to have to do is decide how long you want your circle to be. We can make it really, really long, but then we kind of have to just freehand a curve in here, okay? And then you'd erase your extra lines, your extra tails, as we have been doing, okay? So that could be one. So that's what it would look like. Or if you want to do it shorter, make it more of a cylinder, you do something like this, okay? And then you would erase. So either way is fine for this assignment, as long as you have one circle drawn, okay? Next one we're going to do is down in the lower right-hand corner, and we're going to do a block letter. So let's do an A, just because it's the first one and it has lots of different parts on it. Okay, so I'm going to use my ruler anytime I'm drawing a straight line, and I'm going to draw the letter A. If you would prefer to draw a different letter, you can do a different letter, or you can follow along with mine. So this is how I do A's, okay? If you want to do an A a little differently, that's fine, as long as it's a block letter. We don't want any bubble letters because block letters are a lot easier to do in one-point perspective. Bubble letters will have rounded edges a lot like a circle does, and it makes it a lot harder. Okay, so now with my A, I just need that little opening. So I'm going to put it in here. Okay, it doesn't have to be insanely perfect. Whatever you get is good. Okay, so now this A has a lot of different corners. Okay, so let's go ahead and count them. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have to check them all. So I'm going to go ahead and start by the ones that I know, and I'm not going to connect my lines all the way to the vanishing point because that's just a lot of erasing. I'm going to pivot my ruler here. Okay, so there's 3. Then we've got this one here. Okay, even though it's a, if it's inside the little A opening, it's still there, right? This one here. And just stop drawing whenever you hit that part, okay? Something in front of it. And then I think that's it. So these two corners, we don't need to connect because it's on top of that A. So I don't want to draw on top of that A. We connected this one here because it's an opening, a box opening, okay? So then from here, we need to make it into a box. So we need to get those sides in. So just like a square, you're gonna line up with your original shape that you drew in and scooch it out, okay, and draw that line there. Then we need to get the top in. So where these two lines meet, we're gonna make our line horizontal and scooch it up. Okay, so erase any extra tail marks. Okay, this one here on the inside, we have to kind of determine how far we went out. So I went out about this far, so I'm going to draw a straight line down here, erase that little part, and then that's the inside of this back leg. Okay, this part here is good because the thickness is right to here. Okay, so it would be cut off back underneath that A, so we don't have to draw anything. All right, so experiment with an A or any other letter that you would like. Next one we're going to do is top left corner, and we're going to do what I call a Tetris shaped piece. So it's just kind of a shape without a name. Okay, you can do a piece exactly like mine, or you can make your own kind of crazy shape. So you'll see what I'm doing here in just a minute. It's kind of like a short little letter T almost, but I call it Tetris because there's one of these shapes like that in the game Tetris. Make sure that's straight here. All right, so we got to double check all of our corners again. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 corners. So I'm going to go ahead and connect what I can. Check this one. Nope, because it's straight along that edge, so I don't need to connect that one. This one I do. This one, yes. This one, no, because it's covered up by the little part here. This one, yes. This one, no, because it's covered up by what's in front of it, just like this one, okay? So it's covered up there, so we don't need to do that. Then we need to make the sides, okay? So this one, I'm gonna come out just to about right here. We're gonna skip over that middle part though. We don't wanna draw across it because that is part of the side, or part of the front, I should say, the top. Okay, so then we're gonna go out the same distance we did here. We're gonna got the same part about there. We don't wanna make this one super long because that wouldn't really make much sense. So you don't have to go crazy measuring, just kind of eyeball it and make sure that it's the same. Okay, so then we've got, this is the front and these are the bottom or the sides, whichever you wanna call it. Okay. Bottom left-hand corner, we're going to do 2 triangles, and then I'm going to let you experiment from here. So one triangle, I want you to point towards the vanishing point, and then one triangle, I want the point to be facing away, so you can kind of see the difference. Okay. So this one, we're going to double check all 3 corners and connect what we can. Okay, this one I can't connect because it's underneath. So we're only going to see one side of that triangle. And that one's done. And then this one, oops. This one we can see all 3 of the corners connected, okay? So make sure that you're lining your ruler up with your first original shape, so our triangle. Line it up with that edge, scooch it out, come straight down, erase any extras. Then this one here, this side I don't know why is more tricky, but as long as you're lining it up with that original shape, okay? You scooch it out till this one was connected, okay, right where those two meet, and come straight down and erase your extra line. Okay, so now we see the front, the right side, and the left side of that triangle. So depending on how your triangle is pointed towards or facing that vanishing point determines how it looks. So from here, I'd like for you to do 3 more crazy shapes. So that'll be a total of 8 crazy shapes on this one piece of paper that you'll turn in today. So this completes our 1-point perspective lessons. I hope you guys had fun with it. You can use this and kind of impress your family on your drawing skills. And this kind of drawing is used a lot in architecture, so if that's something you're interested in, architecture or even engineering, most of the time it's done on a computer, but you got to know the basics, so this is a really good way to kind of improve your draftsmanship skills. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what questions you have, and have a good one.